Well, we're here to talk about safety and driving results and what we as contractors can do working with our ironworker partners to focus more on safety. And our mantra is focus on safety, which equals more money and jobs for ironworkers and their contractors. And we'll be spending a lot of time talking about this over the next couple of days. Also, as General President Deans alluded to, we're focusing more on our veterans. And we'll be talking about a lot more about that later in a presentation with General Maddie and Daryl Roberts from Helmets to Hard Hats. But as a veteran myself, and remembering all the things that all other fellow veterans learned in the service, like getting up at the right time every day, day after day after day, challenging ourselves to deal with adverse weather conditions, logistics conditions, being in places we didn't want to be, but we knew we had to be there and do something about it. All those things that veterans go through and are developed apply directly and are a benefit and value to our business. So when we can recruit and retain a veteran, I think we've done a great job for the ironworking industry and for the construction industry in general. And yeah, thank you. I used to ride to work every day when I first started out. One of the general foremen I used to ride to work with, he was a Seabee in World War II. And when this guy got out of the service, he knew how to rig, he knew how to weld, he knew he was an ironworker. And they didn't have apprentice training back in those days. And what a leg up this fella had getting into our industry. Heavy rigging of barges and some of the stories he told me. And of course, it's a little bit harder when you got somebody shooting at you when you're trying to do that kind of stuff. But they got it done. The combat engineers, the Air Force engineers, the Corps of Engineers, these groups all have people that can help us in our industry and help us grow our industry. So we're going to be paying a little more focus today on the veterans and what they can help bring us to do to our industry and help us deliver the best ironworkers in the world. We also want to talk a little bit about our ironworker contractors. And Walt Wise used to always say, local unions don't bid the work. And we know that. They don't. Our contractors bid the work. And we need new contractors. We have demographic issues. One of the things that we have that's really been affecting our industry are transition and succession issues within the companies of our ironworker employers. We have too many one-generation contractors who, when they get to be whatever age they decide to hang it up, they don't have a way of transitioning their business to another generation or to another company or to interested people working within their company. And we've done a lot of work in the transition area as part of our contractor course studies that you'll be hearing more about, where we actually try to help folks making decisions doing that and telling new folks who are thinking about maybe transitioning into being a contractor what it takes and all the different things that might befriend them as they try to accomplish that goal. And Impact is here helping to do that with business fundamental courses. We've got a program we've called the Leadership Experience, which is just fantastic, high level. You'll hear more about this. Take the opportunity to study this program because I think that's one of the best things we offer. We retained a few years ago, we decided to go out and get the very best of the very best, and we retained Fails Management Institute, FMI, who most of the contractors around here probably knew who FMI was before we retained them, but it's really important that we have a professional third-party approach, non-parochial, to help us in these endeavors. Our superintendent training has really grown and expanded. It's 40 hours online and 3 days face-to-face. It's very heavy, it's very intense, and most of the people who take the training send communiques back to Kevin and his folks, just thanking them for the opportunity and recognizing what great benefit it is. Somebody, I think it was Kevin, mentioned earlier about our attendance today. And you heard in that video Joe Hunt when he was so happy that we had 200 owners, labor leaders, and contractors at that first gathering way back when. I'm happy to tell you that we think we broke 1,100 this time. I'm not sure we know. We always have a lot of walk-ins the last couple of days, and I'm not really sure what that number was. But I can tell you, for all the engineers out here, contractor engineers, we think there's in excess of 495 of you here today. So that's just phenomenal. Probably broke 500, I'm not sure. We'll find out later. But what a long way we've come. We've gone from you, meaning labor, us, meaning management, to just plain us. But just plain us has a new element, and it's been mentioned by Eric earlier. It's the importance of not only our relationship with ourselves, but our owners, the buyers of our services. And you'll be hearing from our owners later today, and please greet them, ask them questions. They're here to help us understand what they expect from us on the construction site, how we must conduct ourselves, the safety they want, the quality, the productivity. They're here to help us become more and more engaged in their work programs. We've come an awful long way there, but we still have a long way to go.